So why are you sitting here right now?
I am sitting here right now because Natasha feels that she has no chance of beating either me or Andrea in the final two. She thinks that her only chance would be beating Felicia. And I guess I kind of saw that, but I thought that I could convince her that, no, you can beat me because there's plenty of people in the jury that don't want to vote for me right now.
So are you upset that you threw the competition, or you're not upset with it?
Not necessarily. I mean, a little bit of me is because, I mean, even knowing that I couldn't win, like making it to final three still would have been better. But I mean, for any chance of me to win, I needed to throw that competition. Just if I would have, if I would have won, then I would have had to vote out either Natasha or Felicia, which means both of them think that I have such a good connection with him that I would never vote out them. So if I would have voted out Natasha, I wouldn't have had her vote in jury. I mean, maybe, but probably not. If I would have voted out Felicia, I mean, that's both her and Marjorie's vote that I probably wouldn't have had at that point,
Mhm.
since they can do campaigning from within the jury.
So what do you think about the final three? Are you like on day one? Would you have pictured any of these three in the final
Oh,
three,
I
or
definitely would have seen Andrea making the final three. Natasha and Felicia, no, mostly because I mean, week one, I actually thought Felicia was gonna go, but uh, no, I mean, I thought just day one from who I saw, I thought maybe some people that could have made final three were Andrea, myself, Michael. Um, I mean, I guess those are people that I would have for sure thought one of them was going
Mhm.
to make final three. I don't know.
So what? Like earlier in the game, you made the core four
Oh
alliance
yeah,
with you, Lindsay, Jesse, and Michael, and pretty much right after that happened, you and Jesse were put up. And so tell me
yeah,
what it was like when all of a sudden this kind of alliance.
sure. I mean, the core four kind of happened. I mean, coming into this game, the only person I really knew was Lindsay, so I wanted to kind of keep close there right away. I mean, I learned very soon that she was really close with Michael already, so I mean, we kind of formed something just with the three of us. Felt like we needed another number, so that's why Jesse came in. Um, let's see here. Yeah, I mean, then Michael won, so obviously he wasn't going to put any of us up week two, and then Ronnie won week three. I didn't think that that would be good for me necessarily, but it sounded like she was either going to go after myself or Michael. Um, so I don't know. I mean, once I was put up initially, I wasn't too surprised. I was hoping, there was still going to be a backdoor option available in Michael, and
Mhm.
that's kind of why I pressed so hard to get so close with Ronnie so that that happened.
So then at final nine, you're the only guy left with a room. What was that like? I mean, anything
I
different about
mean,
it, or?
luckily, I'm not just stuck in a house with everybody. I mean, there are times when I was where I had to wait around, for these last couple of veto competitions with them and just talk to them about whatever people wanted to talk about. So I mean, about an hour and a half worth of people, just some random conversations that if I were actually in a house for 24 hours a day with all of them, oh god, I'd be going crazy for sure.
So, what was like? Are you surprised about how much this took over your life as you're
Oh
playing?
yes. I mean, I love Big Brother. I knew I was gonna put a lot of time into it. Week one and a little bit of week two, I didn't really have to put too much time in. I mean, week three, once I was put up, I was like, okay, it's go time. I want to stay. Let's play the
Mm-hmm.
game. And since then, I mean, I've put anywhere between 20 to 40 hours a week into this game, just with talking to people. I mean, coming here, playing in competitions, waiting until I can play. I mean,
Yeah.
just yeah, lots of time.
So, what was the overall experience of Big Brother? What was it like? If you could
It
describe it.
was, I don't know, an eye opener, I guess, in a way. It's really interesting how similar I actually think that my game or playing this game was to just watching it, like what I think I would do if I were in the house. I mean, and then there's plenty of things too where it's like, oh, you're watching people actually play the game, and you're thinking, why wouldn't you do this? But now, and then you actually are playing it yourself, and you're like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking back, I'm like, oh, that's why, Vanessa was thinking about doing this instead, because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't actually show everything on the show too, so you don't
Right.
actually know what's going on. But
So, who are you rooting for to win at this point?
even though Natasha decided to keep Felicia over me, I mean, that was the better move for her. Honestly, I know like she can beat Felicia in final three if she can, get it to that point. Um, so yeah, I'm not upset by any means. It's something that I would have done if I were in her situation. So I was just hoping that she would value loyalty with me with how long we've been working in this game over actually winning the game. But I mean, obviously she wants to win. So yeah, I honestly, I do think that I am rooting for Natasha at this point.
So, any standout moments throughout the game? Was there anything that really in your mind stood out over some
Oh,
others?
absolutely. I mean, like the hardest point in this game by far was double expulsion. I thought if Marjane won, I thought for sure that she'd put up Ronnie but next to Andrea, somebody who I could hopefully get out, or like, that I actually really wanted out. And when she put up Ronnie next to Jesse, like I thought Ronnie was just gonna leave at that point. And then when I learned, just kind of through a text with Anna and then talking to Natasha, like a text there, that it was gonna be 2-2. Coming in here, I mean, you saw on video how long it took me to just kind of work that out. I'm not an in the moment decision kind of guy. I'm very strategic and long term decision making process. That was definitely the hardest moment in this game for me.
Well, you're in the jury now, so
Yeah.
you will decide the winner in just a couple weeks, and it sounds like you're going to be pulling for Natasha to win.
Yep.
So
I mean, Andrea winning would be fine too.
And where's Natasha's game? Like, how do you think she's setting right now in the final three? What do you think her odds making the final two are?
Depends how serious Andrea has been about how much she really doesn't want Felicia to make final two, just because she'd hate to sit next to Felicia on the final two, or the last night. So I'm pretty sure that Felicia would take Natasha over Andrea, and I'm pretty sure Andrea would take Natasha over Felicia. So I think she's got a good chance of making it there, but I don't think she can actually beat Andrea in final two.
All right. Well, thanks for playing.
Yeah.
It's been awesome.
It
So
has been
I'll
fun.
see you